Dun, dun, dun. I'm feeling very French today. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. Well, welcome viewers, welcome one and all. You're here with me, Noel Nosey Johnston, and my special guest for the week is well renowned across all the association. He's an umpire committee member. He's part of the umpire development panel. Lots to develop out there, Weasel.
Yeah, plenty of new blokes.
He's a selector, and according to the info I was given, did you create this? It says past legend.
Oh, I thought I was still a legend, but yeah, no, that could be right.
well, that's okay. To your left, I've got an award that says lifetime.
Lifetime legend.
But yeah, no, a lifetime achievement. And I thought, geez, it's my time done, is it? You know, a bit like past legend.
Past legend, yeah.
But Neil Weasel Worsley, welcome to the studio. It's been a long time. How you been, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Yeah, enjoying the start of the season. Beautiful weather, first round.
Couple of hot weeks, hey?
Yeah, no, really good, and some good cricket played throughout the association. So
today, I don't know
really good.
I'll penalise myself there, viewers, as I quickly try to address that.
Noel's just having a look at himself. Feedback. Still going.
Well, how do you imagine my wife feels? She has to put up with it all the time. That's better. At least you've only got me for a couple of hours a week, viewers.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. I thought you loved.
I do, mate.
Where's the love?
No, I've really enjoyed my footy season as well, getting in the commentary box with the Hills football. It's been fantastic. So,
Looking to build on that next year, hopefully.
Yes, mate.
Semi-exclusive there. Look, we can't do this. We have fun, but we can't have the fun without the support of our great friends, Mike and Lisa Ash at Vision Decor, for all your blind curtain, awning, and even hybrid flooring. And I've got hybrid flooring. I can't recommend it enough. If you have any needs in the house, talk to Mike and Lisa about their great range of products. Summer's on, mate. House is starting to heat up.
That's it. Get the awnings.
Outdoor areas full of flies, you know. Well, there's no flies on our other sponsor, ID Athletic. Look at me, aren't I good in my ID Athletic? And this one too, ID Athletic, yes. Proud supporters of both the Community Sports Show and the association ID Athletic with Glenn and Josh there in Osborne Park. For all your apparel and sporting merchandise needs, ID Athletic. Let them help build your identity. All right, mate, look, since we last caught up, just breaking news. We won't get into it too much about preferences, but exciting news. Cricket's back at the Olympics.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. T20.
T20, mate. Well,
yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Be interesting to see if the women can take a gold. They're ranked higher than the men in the T20 format.
Oh, they're just taking the world on them. They've got everything. They've got it covered full. So, yeah, no, that's one they haven't got yet. So, I think they've got the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, that was a couple of years back.
So, yeah, no, it's exciting. Great to see cricket, growing around the world. I was talking off air to Noel earlier about the T20 and the European League. That's fantastic. I have a look at that on Foxtel and watch these countries having a bit of a hit. So, yeah, cricket's played everywhere, which is fantastic.
Well, comments starting to flood in now that I've turned them onto silent at least. Good evening to you, Pete Sharp, Coolbinia West Perth legend there, and a Helena Valley legend, Jimmy Scroop, loving you and says you love the camera, mate. Well, we'll find out throughout the course of the night, viewers. If you've got any comments, if any of our facts are not fact correct, feel free to fact check us and let us know, because we take the information off what is now Play HQ. Yeah. And oh boy, is that a labour of love. But we're here, we'll run through every grade that is in the association. We'll talk about the performances of the week. Few rumour mills, if you've got any rumours out there, like Weasel, I heard a rumour you're finally retiring from umpiring and going to come into the broadcast van. Any truth to that?
Just a rumour.
Just a rumour. Well, if you've got any rumours out there, drop them in the comments and we'll see them. And between the 2-day grade and the 1 days, we'll have a new segment called Around the Town. If you've got some goss, let us know. All right, before we get into the local loan company first grade, a couple of thank yous. Weasel, welcome back to you. Last week, Ryan Villalonga, the bouncing kangaroo in the middle there, and Des David. I don't know that I did Desi any favours. He came in after getting a questionable duck.
Oh, yes, in part of a hat-trick.
In the final part of a hat-trick, and then went out on Saturday. To his credit, he lasted 4 balls, but it was still another duck. So, Desi, sorry, I just got to get that out of the blood early. And I know you're not coming back, but it was good to see maybe the next generation in the van. EJ Philpott.
Yeah.
Great young man, did a great job there. So
I had a little bit of a listen of that, and the young fella certainly held himself really well. So that's great. That's what we want. You're out there and you want to jump on, get involved, get hold of your hand. Can't do it all on his own.
Well, hopefully this week, Glenn Forrest is where we'll be, and Will Maddock has said he might have a commentator for me, and hopefully Donnie Bell will be back as well, although Donnie's got family duties, and it's taken me 35 years to figure it out, but family should come first. So that's a wise lesson there. All right, let's just quickly celebrate. We spoke about cricket making the Olympics. We are a sports show, and we couldn't do it without all the sports out there. I don't know if you ever heard the stat, but in the 2019 year when we started, have a guess how many viewers, have a guess how many different sports we covered. I might actually offer up a gift pack, an athletic gift pack. For how many sports we covered in our first year here on the Community Sports Show. Because we want to send a shout out to our winter sport friends at Lacrosse WA and across Lacrosse Australia. Lacrosse also in the Olympics in a modified format.
Right.
So it's like T20 for lacrosse.
Excellent.
Sevens for rugby. It's a condensed, sped up, clock timers on, that sort of thing. Shot clocks. Yeah. So very exciting. And Australia ranked in, I think, women number 3 and men number 4 in Australia for lacrosse. Softball and baseball making their way back in there, as well as squash and a new sport. Oh, it's not relatively new. It's been around for a while, but, well, we've had skateboarding.
Flag football?
Flag football. Big thumbs up to all the flag footballers out there. I guess you represent your country in whatever sport you love, and those who do, it's a bit like touch rugby.
Okay, so no tackle.
Yeah, you've got tags on the belt. So well done to all the sports getting a crack at the Olympics. It's possible that you could be an Olympian, so head down to your local sport, whatever it might be. You never know, you could be on the world stage.
And you know what? It'd be really good if Los Angeles actually go through with it, unlike our Victorian counterparts with the Commonwealth Games that's been cancelled.
Oh, yes. Well,
very touchy, very, very sad affair.
Very touchy. All right, well, let's get into it. We've got 4 two-day grades, and they played day 2 on last Saturday, starting off with local loan company first grade Weasel. It was a bit of a 2 years ago grand final replay. There's Moody Mazenod. What happened?
Yeah, I had this game, and week 1, Les Moody just didn't make enough runs. SKLP bowled some really good areas, kept pressure on, and Les Moody sort of hobbled their way to all out for 173. Bring in SKLP none for 17 at the start of the day, and then basically peeled off the runs in 50 odd overs. 5 for 186 at the end.
Yeah.
Lally, hello. He hit 53 off 121, batting at 2. His partner at number 1, Mr. Mapani, 46 off 92. And then Rishi Solanki, he was not out. He came in at 4, batted really, really well. He was very impressive.
He's a good batsman.
Yeah, he's improved over the years, and he made 40 not out, batting at 4. Best of the bowlers after a shaky start was Mitch Massam, who ended up with 2 for 35 off 9. I think his first 12 balls, I think there was 3 or 4 wides and a couple of no balls. He just couldn't control it early, but once he got control of it, he bowled some really good areas. And there was another young fellow who bowled really well, Oliver. His stats won't be in the book, but yeah, he bowled some really good areas. So SKLP, quite an easy win there, and Les Moody some work to do, a lot of new faces and young fellas. So Dave's pretty keen
coming through. Yeah,
Dave's keen to work with them. So
all right, well. One thing to keep an eye on, viewers, throughout the night, you'll notice a bit of a theme, because I think one of the things the umpires or the association introduced was the line markings outside the stumps. I think that's coming into play.
it is.
Because there have been several games, shall we say, where the sundries have been top score, and we'll talk about those as we go through. So
yeah, that'll be more the one-day games at the moment. That's where the line's really taking effect.
All right, next match was Belmont up against Carlisle, and Belmont, of course, batting on day one, so they made 8 for 223, sending Carlisle in on Saturday. Only able to muster 158 off 10, a low score there for Carlisle as they develop a new team bond down there, the Red Dogs. Joel Shaw top scoring 45 off 60 at number 5 there. And Colin DeVincent. Now, you know what's really amusing? I've practiced all the Indian names. A big shout out to Hawks Punjabi, who have started following the show. I can get my tongue around most of the Indian names, and then I've got an Italian one, and I'm buggered. Cole DeVincentis is what I'm going with there. 29 not out of 47. The Belmont skipper, as always, he batted well, he bowls well, 3 for 25 off 14 for Damien Broadner. Just 1.78 average, not bad there if you don't mind. And Dylan Lewis chipping in with 3 for 49 off 18. So good effort there for Belmont to take out that one.
Yeah, then moving down to team we just mentioned, Hawks Punjab versus Forestfield. Forestfield one toss batted first week. 9 for 247, you think that's a pretty good score, and that would get it done. Unfortunately, for Forestfield, it didn't. Brad Clover's 144 off 184, batting at 4 was their highlight. But,
get ready for this, mate. Get ready.
Sandeep Prashar, 103 off 178, batting at 3. Harman Dillon, 102 off 142, batting at 5. Now, Prasadi hit 14 fours and a 6. Harman, he hit 14 fours and 3 sixes. They ended up with 3 for 251 off 35.2 overs. It was a pretty good run chase. Best of the bowlers, Palmer 2 for 41 off 15. The third wicket being a run out. So well done to Hawks Punjab, and Forestfield competitive coming up from B grade. I'm sure that they'll continue to perform well.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye on the Hawks as they make their way through. A couple of comments in there, Luke Otway chipping in with a Matt Lolly reference there. Matt Lolly does like to commentate, but it's only ever about himself. So there's a nice burn. I'll cop that. I'm not going to the club tomorrow night, so I'll have to wait till Saturday night to hear about that one. All right, and then the final match for the first grade, it was Bayswater Postals at bat this weekend just gone, trying to chase down 205, 396 for 9 off 78 overs there, Bayswater.
That's a bad.
Wes Morton, the captain, always Mr. Reliable. He had 94 off 139, including 17 fours. Alex McFarlane with 82 off 106. Not bad there, Alex at 4. And Greg Nucky, always reliable, 67 off 71. However, we're looking for a new nickname. We had Ryan Villalonga. He used to be known as the Mr. My Cricket.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't want to be Mr. Play HQ, so we're still looking for a name for Ryan Villalonga of Mundaring, if you can come up with one, because I want this one to stick. Matt Sadler, now to be known as Mr. Rodeo, or Rodeo, depending on where you're from, because he was stumped on 100 off 59 balls. He was just going at it like a cowboy on a bronco, that man there. You know, and that was at number 7. And the interesting stat here, 4 fours, not bad, but 10 opportunities for the umpire to air his armpits.
Wow.
Big 6s.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
That's a great knock there by Matt Sadler. Michael Prasad, the best of the bowlers for Swanview, 3 for 39 off 8. Jay Cosnet, 3 for 85, reflecting how swing and hit it was off 18 there. And Matty Parnham, the star in the field, was 3 catches.
And I noticed Matty didn't bowl, so I'm not sure if he's concentrating on his batting or he's injured, but there are no overs for Matty Parnham this week. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, never know. Well, we'll get to find out because this week is round 2. It's another 2-day match. And the matches, Weasel, you're an umpire, so you're not allowed to tell us who you think's going to win because you might have money on it.
Yeah, true. No, I won't tip. Carlisle playing Les Moody Mazenod at Carlisle. It's a repeat of last year's grand final. Of course, Carlisle won. What do you reckon?
I think Carlisle have a point to prove at home, going down to Belmont.
Both teams coming off a loss.
These
be a good
teams in the grand final last week, Les Moody looking to get one back on Carlisle, so this should be a ripper, I reckon. 2 days, though, I think the experience of Les Moody Mazenod will just get over the line.
There we go, okay. SKLP versus Hawks Punjab. That's out at Maguire.
Yeah, SKLP, another side who are able to fight. You don't know what you're going. I don't think they know what they're going to get some days, but they've got the grit. You mentioned Mulji Halai there, Mapani, both good batsmen, and Rishi Solanki. So on their day, I think this one will be a close one.
They'll get their skipper back this week as well.
And you can't deny Hawks Punjabi just 3 down for 250. So
of 35 overs.
It's going to be
good cricket, isn't it?
That's going to be a great one to be at wherever you are. All right, Swanview taking on Belmont.
That's the game I've got out at Brown Park. Behave, boys. I'm coming to get you.
All right, well, you've been forewarned, so no excuses there. And the final match, Forestfield taking on Bayswater Postals. Bayswater Postals with that a massive 396. Forestfield will be looking to regroup, but it's going to be a tough ask against Bayswater, I think.
And these are the 2 teams that have come up a grade.
Yes.
Yep, so they'll know a bit about each other, so it should be a really good game. So good luck to everyone playing.
All right, well, second grade, Allenbrook versus Caversham first up. Allenbrook 2 for 21 off 11.4, and then that was at the end of day 1. Able to muster up 116, but that wasn't enough to take on Caversham, who were 197 on day 1. Ryland Cannell, he's a regular form batsman. He's showing some promise there in the middle order, 40 off 71 at 5. Jason Diss, 24 off 60 at 3, holding an end down there for Allenbrook by the looks of it. Lindsay Natty, best of the bowlers and best by a long shot with 8 for 30. Shared around, Lindsay. 8 for 30 to Lindsay Natty off 19 overs at 1.57 economy rate. You'd have that in your team any day.
Oh, yeah, it's a great effort, especially on a warm day too. Well done, well done.
All right, next up, please.
Okay, next up we got Ferndale Linwood versus Ascot. Ferndale Linwood elected to bat, won 9 for 166 off their 70 on day 1. And they got pipped by 1 run by Ascot, who were 10 for 167 off their off 67. They were 5 for 47 at one stage. So Josh Davies 45 off 68, batted at 9. Looks like him and we'll get this one right. Dilshan Demel, 26 off 37, batting at 10. I'm assuming there was a pretty big partnership there that got them over the line. So well done to the tail there. Best of the bowling. Derek Inglis 3 for 27 off 12. Callan Ashhead 2 for 19 off 13. And Blade Holloway 2 for 41 from 16.
All right, and then the final of the second grade matches, Mount Lawley Inglewood batted on day 1, able to put together 96. University at the start of day 2, 3 for 56 off 29 overs. Well, that another score of all out for 116.
Wow.
And then cheekily sent Morley Inglewood back into bat. So if you don't mind, go have another crack, boys. 1 for 53 in the second digs. First innings for Uni, it was James Holland with 23. A very patient knock here off 129 balls.
Marathon.
Yeah, well, sometimes you've got to do it, and I saw that in the broadcast game with Fletcher Page. So Connor McNabb, 18 off 46, did his job, while Nathaniel Weems, 3 for 15 off 12 overs, and Dave Washburn, 3 for 16 off 9 overs there, the bowlers. In the second innings, Darcy Middleton, 27 not out, and Paul Vincent, 17 not out for Mount Lawley Inglewood.
That's an excellent effort. So this round we've got Ellenbrook versus Mount Lawley Inglewood. You going to tip on this, Nolsey?
Yeah, well you've hidden it in the shadows there for me.
Go, mate.
We'll go back there for 2 seconds. We've got Ellenbrook,
Mount Lawley.
Look, 96, Ellenbrook, 116, not much between them. Ellenbrook at home.
Ellenbrook at home, yeah. Okay, Caversham mascot at William Henry, subject to the water level, I'm told. So,
well, what a chaos that was.
Yes, yeah.
You know, the ground was moved week 1 because the pitch had not been laid. And they turned up because the pitch was there, and so was half the ocean.
Yeah, it looked like about 3 inches of water. Brand new wicket, and looking at the footage, it was full. There's no way that was drying out. Not in the million.
Well, there's a couple of comments about maybe give it a couple of hours. No,
not with a new wicket. The older wickets, you'll go. Yeah, just that's yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay. Well, I'm going to go Cabby there, by the way.
Uni versus Ferndale Linwood.
University. You're doing it again to me.
Oh, did you want to see the last week's score?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll leave. I was to say, no, he's got his cheat sheet here, and
there's no hiding it.
I'm moving them so he can't.
If you'd like to actually, because I haven't got the tech yet for a teleprompter across the bottom. If you'd like to sponsor a teleprompter across the bottom, then I'm more than open to the conversation. Otherwise, it's manual labour. Yeah, all
he's a Spanish bloke, isn't he?
No, I've met him. University, I'll tell you that off air. University, I think Ferndale Lindale.
That's otherwise
Ferndale Linwood. Yeah, I think they will be keen to avenge a 1-loss run last weekend. So Ferndale Linwood for me in that one.
Okay, now I'll move that. So now we slide that down, and we'll jump
just
to
slide it up.
Third grade, Dolsey.
All right. Top one.
Yeah, Swanview versus SKLP. So Swanview 10 for 200. We'll have 210 off 62. They were chasing SKLP about in the first week, who made 240.
Yeah.
So DC. So I'm assuming is that Dave Catania?
There can only ever be
Dave Catania. Made 1. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
I just wanted to reflect that Dave is still competitive. I don't know how old he is. He keeps telling everyone he's only 25, but he's been in the competition 35 years at least.
Yeah.
So Dave still out there representing Swanview. Good to see you, buddy.
Excellent. Michael Palmer, 40 off 99, batting at 2. Mitch Pivac got 20 off 45, batting at 4, along with James Lovelock, who hit 71 off 44, which is a pretty good effort, coming in at 8, hit 5 4s, 6 6s. Like I say, wasn't enough. Put it Kirai.
That's how you pronounce it. Right.
3 for 17 off 10, with 3 players getting 2 wickets each.
I'll run them for you. Jay Karai, 34 off 11. Harsh Butt, 50 off 11. And Dhruv Vasani going for 54 off 14 for those 2 wickets each.
2 wickets apiece. Awesome.
In the Ascot Ferndale Linwood match, I nearly did it again. Ferndale Linwood looking to get Ascot out, setting 231 in day 1. It was a tough day in the office for Ascot, all out 72. just a couple of batsmen, and they're not alone in the wobbly stakes. You know, footy, Collingwood, the connection is still there. A few early season wobbles for a few teams as batsmen. Just find out where middle is, I think, is how I'll describe it.
Yep.
3 batsmen in the teens, 4 quackers, and 10 sundries in the total there for Ascot. Jason Duff, the standout, with 17 at 3. Russ Keegan, 16 at 6. And Michael Stevenson chipping in with 14 there at 8. Purush Shah, the best of the bowlers for Ferndale Linwood, with 5 for 19 off 8. And 4 bowlers snagging 1 each.
It's excellent effort. We moved to Southern, Ross Moyne versus Les Murdy. Now, this became a one-day game due to some confusion of the, I believe, at the start of the season dates. Anyway, so one day, 40-over game agreed to the week before by both sides. They rocked up on the weekend. Ross Moyne, 6 for 184. Les Maz replied 9 for 92. So this game was Joey Lee's 500th, I think.
Yeah, it was.
For the Les Murdy.
I think he played.
So this game, I maybe not. He may have played another one. Actually, no, I didn't play this one. I do apologise. Got a bit carried away.
That's all right.
Anyway, Kasan Adoraj.
I feel like I've set you up. I'll help you
set me
out.
up here. You did.
No, it wasn't necessarily. And Kasan Udawaraji, he's the skipper there for Southern Rossmoyne. He had 43. Ransik Gundasana, 28. Anu, that is. Anu Rathanamkai, 28. And for Les Murdy Maznod, another old-timer out there, Tom Reed with 3 for 27 off 8. Blake Glasspool with 27 off 45 at 1 for Les Murdy Maznod, but 19 extras. Chris Lodike, or Lodewicki,
Lodewijk,
Lodewicki, and Xavier Newton both on 14, and Bawantha Jayawath, 2 for 13 off 7, and Chamira Simavaratni, 2 for 10 off 6, and I'm definitely leaving the calls for the games to you. I need to give my tongue a break.
Les Murdy versus SKLP. It'll be a home game for Les Murdy. I'm not sure. I could probably tip on these because I'm not umpiring them. I think SKLP will get the job done there.
All right, well, I'm going to go Les Murdy Maznod at home.
Ascot versus Swanview. This will be at Ascot. Yeah, I think probably Swanview.
You'd imagine so.
Struggling at the moment, with some number of issues, but hopefully that'll change as the weeks go on. And then Ferndale Linwood versus Southern Rossmoyne, which probably game of the round.
Match of the round, definitely.
Yeah. And going to go Ferndale Linwood only because they're at home.
I'm going Ferndale Linwood on that one as well because they're home and they scored more in their first match. But we are, of course, impartial.
We are, and that will be a 2-day game this time.
Correct. They are all 2-day games, yes. Yeah, so meant to be.
Meant to be.
Yes, all right. 4th grade, Mount Lawley Inglewood. This is a final of our 2-day grades. Just a reminder, if you've got any rumours or little tidbits you want to share, drop them in the comments there because we'll see them, and we're about to have a Heard Around the Town segment on all the goss we've heard. Or at least I've heard Weasel's going to plead the 5th. Yeah, a bit like Donald Trump should be doing right now. All right, now look, no politics. I've depressed myself enough over that in the last week or so. Mount Lawley Inglewood took on Swanview. Swanview batting, chasing 180 for victory, and starting off at 2 for 35. It was 7 for 1. I'll start that sentence again. 2 for 25 off 7 became all out 160. So victory there for Mount Lawley Inglewood. Swanview only able to put that together in 44 overs. It was the middle order. Dane Fisher with 27. Anthony Claridge, Anthony, if you're related, I don't know if there's anyone from Swanview. Luke Otway was on there chipping away before. If Anthony is related to one of my dart team players, Mel Claridge. And Trey Griffith in there with 27 off 49 at 7. Well, Nick Henderson is a name to keep an eye on. He's a good young talent. 4 for 15 off 11, and Mujaba Zaidi 4 for 56 off 16.
We moved Ascot, Ferndale, Linwood. Ascot won the toss and bowled. Hit 177 off their 63 overs, and Linwood Ferndale in reply all out for 192 or 67. No, it's the other way around.
I need to make the font bigger.
Need to make it bigger. So Linwood Ferndale batted first, they made 192, and Ascot chasing were all out for 177. Ranif Ramakrishna, 36, batting at 8. Jeff Grisnick,
yep.
33, at batting at 3. And Shrinath Chandra, close behind him with a 32, batting at 6. 4 bowlers with 2 wickets each.
6 in total with wickets in that game. And the doubles going to Prashant Basnet, Lewis Inglis, Prab Basnet, and Bretton Thompson. So big shout out to Bretton. He got some love from Desi last week.
He did, yeah. So, and then the last one in this round, Forestville and Bayswater. No?
Yes, mate. Well, chasing 256 that Bayswater Postal set on day 1. Forestfield, despite the efforts of Super Cole McKean with his bat last week, he was all over it this week. Only able to get 78. Forestfield, they're a good, strong club, and they're a proud club, and I know that they're regrouping. Not regrouping, that's not the right phrase.
Rebuilding.
Not even necessarily rebuilding, just re-establishing themselves. So Forestfield all out for 78, and then none for 34. A better effort in the second dig off 23 overs there. Cole McKean, well, Super Cole, he got a laugh last week. 5 for 73 off 14 with the ball last week, and then chipping in this week, top scoring. No wonder they call him Super Cole. 22 off 32, batting at number 6, helped by Cam Blake with 16 off 23 at 3. Elliot Hill and Mark Polkinghorn both retired out at number 10 and 11. So I think that may have contributed to the challenge there.
It may have, yes.
So not sure what's going on with those 2 batsmen at the end there. Jaden Francis, 3 for 16 off 9. He got the 3 openers there, so it's always handy when you can do that. Tommy Altman, 2 for 8 off 4. A good knock there. And the skipper, Trent Noddle, 19 not out off 67. And Cody McLeod Mongu, 10 not out off 71, doing the job there at the tail to try and keep Forestfield in the mix.
Yeah, that's a good effort at the end.
Yep.
And this round, we've got Bayswater Postals versus Mount Lawley Inglewood.
Yep.
Any tips on that one, mate?
At Bayswater, we saw the high score there, topside posted last week. It is always quick at Hillcrest, so I'm going to go Bayswater Postals there.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. We've got Ascot, Swanview versus Ascot.
Swanview, I think.
Probably Swanview at home. And then Ferndale Linwood versus Forestfield.
Well, Ferndale Linwood at home with an opportunity there. You know, they want to keep building on that. I think Ferndale Linwood. All right, okay. Now, this is a new segment. I thought I'd do something a little different. You know, you've got to change it up every now and again.
Mix it up. Yeah.
I have the ear of the people. And lots of people tell me lots of things, and I don't always fact check them, but I'm always interested in what you have to tell me, viewers. So if you see me out and about and you've got some goss, by all means, let me know. And it doesn't even have to be at cricket. I got some of this while I was out playing darts on Monday night. So wherever you see me, drop me some news, and I'll tell you what's been heard about town. Starting with some bad news for Midland. They've got an A, B and E grade team in the one-dayers. Matty Johns has been a good performer so far, but he's going to have to sit out for a few weeks because he had an off-field accident that has seen him out now for between 6 and 8 weeks. So anyone taking on Midland, if you're worried about Matty John, there's some inside information for you. All right, mate. Now, the next one I'll speak to very briefly. Out and about at the moment, and this has been a challenge, various clubs have seen entire teams leave
and join other
and
clubs.
entire teams join other clubs. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. You know, the association has said they'll speak to it in a few weeks' time when they're in. But let it be known that I have heard you and I have raised it, and that topic will be brought up, because sometimes, you know, the devastation left behind at some clubs can have consequences that need to be held in check by the association as the grand authority. So we'll keep an eye out on that. An exec member coming in, stay tuned for that one. I'm sure there'll be plenty of banter on that day.
Sure there will be.
All right, mate.
There's this David Boone appearing at the Carlisle Cricket Club Thursday and then at Swanville on Saturday. Check club pages for details. Both events are $25. I've seen Booney live. He is unreal. If you get an opportunity to get to one of these clubs, get out there and see the bloke. He's funny as. He is hilarious.
How many VBs did you have?
I was drinking turkey at those days, I think, or some sort of bourbon. But he tells a good story. He's a really nice guy. I'll have a chat with you one-on-one.
That's why I was able to chip Matt Lolly, because I'll be at Carlisle tomorrow night catching up with Bernie. Hopefully getting a selfie with him. And if I can, dare to dream, Carlisle, you're on notice. If we can get 5 or 10 minutes or even a plug from Bernie, that'd be fabulous.
A little interview, maybe?
Well, we've got Hoggy on there. He was our first interview.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so we're not immune to that. All right, what we are immune to, though, is all the fill-ins out there. There are just fills everywhere.
Yeah.
Fill in, fill in. The relationships out there have got a bit too close, and there's a lot of fills out there. The association has told me that you've got 1 week left to get your names, or 1 round left. So 2 days, you get 2 days. You've got a round or 2 left to get those details correct and into Play HQ. Otherwise, you might be up for some sort of consequences, because, mate, it's just so hard. You're trying to track other games and you're doing your stats here, and you go, bold number 4, fill in.
Fill in, yeah. I saw
Court number 6, fill in.
I'm pretty sure I saw one team sheet that had 7 fill-ins.
Yeah.
So come on, guys, do the righty.
Your time's running out on that, teams. Get yourself sorted, not just for the association, but for yourself, and also for a bit of recognition. We can't give you a shout-out if we don't know who you are.
That's it. And everybody understands it's tough. You know, a lot of clubs are struggling for numbers. Some guys coming back from footy aren't ready to play yet, and you're having to grab guys off the street who won't have a hit. But
I think there's laws about that.
Yeah, grabbing guys,
off the street, not off the street.
But yeah, look, do your best to get these players registered. Do the righty by your club, the player, and the association, and let's move forward.
Yeah. Speaking of moving forward, Josh Thorpe online just giving me some love there. Always a pleasure to be out at Carlisle. JT, we'll get to your game in a moment. Hawks Punjabi having a Diwali party on the 29th of October, just a week's time. Diwali, the festival of light, where it triumphs over good over evil, bad over... Actually, let me read that, because I got that asked about. The triumph of light over dark, that's what I meant to say.
Good over evil.
Good over evil, and the blessings of victory, freedom, and enlightenment. So, big shout out to all our Punjabi and Indian friends that are celebrating Diwali. Officially, it is on Sunday, I think it's the 23rd of November.
Doing these a week later, 29th.
Yeah. Okay. And sponsor mention time over my shoulder, that side, or actually over his shoulder, I should say. Thanks, as always, to ID Athletic for your sporting apparel and club merchandise. ID Athletic and Vision Decor if you'd like to sponsor, now we've got through the 2-day competition. Last year we had Autobarn and we had Slater Gartrell sponsoring batting and bowling awards. We don't currently have that. So if you're a sponsor out there and you'd like to get your name out each and every week and sponsor maybe a weekly or a seasonal award, either here on the show or as part of the wind-up with 13 competitions, there's a lot of trophies to get. Yeah. Could be here on the show, batting impact, bowling impact, because it's not always about the most runs.
No, but it's about when you get them. And
when you get them, like the guys hanging around for 20 off 50 at number 10 and getting them over the line.
Saving games.
Yeah, saving games. So if you'd like to sponsor an award that we can put out here on the Community Sports Show each week, we'd love to hear from you and give you as well as the players a bit of recognition and credit. All right, mate, let's get into the one-day mode because we've got 9 of these to do.
Biggest association in the metropolitan area.
We are.
And not just 9 one-day grades, it's huge. So Vision Day Core, 1-day A grade. There's Moody Mazenod. Hit 500 runs in 2 games, it says here. So West Perth, Covinia West Perth, 8 for 225 versus Les Maz, 3 for 224. So you'd think you're going to get up and win with 224 on the board, but they only get pipped by 1 run. I think that came in the last over. I think there was only a ball or 2 left. What a fantastic game. Dacey, 73 off, that's Matt, off 63, opening the batting. Grant Collins hit 51 off 27. He was not out. He batted 4. Will Collins batted 3 and got 68 off 73. And Trent George Kennedy took 2 for 35 off his 6. And in reply, Covinia West Perth.
I'm just going to sit here and let you
This is Nabria Sohi. I've no idea.
Nabai Sohi.
There we go.
There
46
go,
off 75, batting at 4. Ash Yadav, I can get that one. 38 at 54. He's the skipper. He batted 38 off 54, batting at 3. Buster Abbott, he's known to everybody. He likes taking fifers, doesn't he, old Buster? So Buster 5 for 51 off his 8. Jim Shoe Smith was 2 for 56 off his 8, and there were 23 extras, so probably a few wides coughed up there. So, nice win for Covinia West Perth. Well done.
Yeah, as you said, people fall in for Buster's youthful looks and thinking they can dong him out the park. All right, Helena Valley were chasing 225. Midland set them 226 for victory. Azur Mahmood was 66, not out off 54 at number 5 there for Midland. And Hassan Nawaz, big shout out to you, Hassan, joining our followers. Thank you to you and everyone who's joined us this week. He had 53 or 54, so run a ball at 3. Matt Hilliard, the skipper, with 4 for 40 off 6, while Ben Keeler and Mick Kelly both bagging 2 each. It looks like the next generation of March family might be coming through. We're old-timers, mate.
Yeah.
Can you name the original Marchers?
Colin and Darren. Yeah.
Still
club legends.
Yeah, still kicking around down there at Valley. Jared taking none for 4 off 1, so maybe one of them. Because I'm seeing that through all the other clubs as well. You've got your Joey Lees with their sons coming through, Duzza with his, Josh Warden for Neil.
Yeah, there's a lot of father-sons out there, which is fantastic. It's clubs are built on tradition. And
so good to see that. Reece Griffiths with 26 off 21 at 4. Sean Cohen, 19 at number 5. And Malik Golfham, the skipper there for Midland now, he took 3 for 29 off 5, while Ahmed Siddiq took 3 for 30 off 7. Next one's a quick, easy one.
Real easy. Carish and Dianella abandoned due to a wet pitch. We spoke about this briefly earlier on. What's going on with the City of Swan. So I don't believe it's going to be rescheduled. I think at this stage it's been classed as a draw.
That is officially confirmed.
So, both teams will split the points. Way too much water on the pitch. Yeah,
Really?
I heard a rumour that one bloke was running around with his dogs on, was going to dive in, but got told not to.
I didn't get the vision of that.
Yeah, so
thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. So we'll move on. Scarborough 8 for 234 versus Mundaring 8 for 148. There you go, Knowles.
Yeah.
How we go there?
Scarborough Sharks won the toss, elected to bat, and set themselves up with 234. That's a good knock in 40. Daniel Delpreet, he had 84 off 91 to open up for the Sharks, supported there by Jack Joy with 61 off 61 at number 3. Stuart Kashula chipping in with 40 at 7, and Tom Martin, the best of the bowlers, taking 3 for 47 off 6 for Mundaring. While in reply, Daniel Gavin, if you don't mind, 31 not out off 34 down there at the tail. We talked about batting impact.
Yeah, that's it.
Brad Partridge, 31 off 81 at 5, holding it in there. And Tommy Martin backing up his backing up his 3 for with a 25 at 8 there. Daniel Delpreet, 2 for 8 off 5. Matt Scales, 2 for 26. Matt McDermott, 2 for 13. All the bowlers there for Scarborough. All right, this week, Dianella taking on Les Murdy-Mazenod, mate. Dianella looking for some big opportunities.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, a big shout out to Ryan McCormack, who's been in touch as well, giving feedback. If you want to give feedback, viewers, it's two-way street here. We're talking. Umpires, not so receptive to feedback in the middle of the game, but fill in the form and be fair about it.
Yeah, sit down with the umpire at the end of the game. With the captains, the umpires, sit down, have a chat.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to get better and improve. Not just as players and captains, but umpires and leaders.
So I'm going to back Dianella in this one. Les Murdy-Mazenod, I know they hit 224, but Dianella at Light Street for me.
Yeah, but I'm going to go the roughie. I'm going to tip Les Murdy-Maz on that one. And then we've got there CWP.
And I might have just upset Quinn there from Les Murdy as I tip Dianella. As I say to Carlo, I'll use it as motivation to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Coolbinia, West Perth, as you say, good knock there, 225. Scarborough, 234. This should be a ripper. Going to go Coolbinia at home, always default to the home ground.
I'm going to tip Scarborough away time in an upset. Then we've got Midland Caversham. So Caversham obviously haven't had a game yet. Midland.
Well, they've had one, but it wasn't on their home deck. It was
at their way, the small ground, and they're missing last week, so they'll be keen to have a crack. They're playing Midland, so
Midland too easy here. Midland.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably Midland. I think I'll stick with you on that one. They're Mundaring and Lena Valley. Sorry, boys. I'm an ex-Valley boy, but I'm tipping Mundaring in this one.
Yep, Mundaring at home. Big shout out to DJ and the team up there. Interestingly, Steve Nimmo still trying to give it a crack. God bless him. He bends about as well as I do.
Anyway, results. Glen Forest 8 for 178 versus Brabham, all out for 177. So Brabham bowled first, obviously, and we're run down. Not sure how many overs Glen Forest took to get those, but
it's compulsory closure, so they got the 40.
So they got them and passed them. Yeah, not sure how many overs were down, but Tarquin Mars 36 off 77, batting at 3. The Evergreen Bryce Hatch 27 off 39.
He keeps going.
He's yeah. And then Nasag Pithav.
Yeah.
Pithva 3 for 30 off 6. Good bowling. Cronel Patel 2 for 13 off of 6. So in reply, obviously,
Natesh Patel
86 batting at 5. Yep, and Shashi Chakor,
yeah.
captain 27 opening. So we got there no.
Well, I'll take this bit,
it's
because
sad, isn't it?
Well, I had conversations with Will Maddock, who, in lieu of the Glen Forest bowling figures, sent me this report. I'll read.
Newsflash.
All right. Newsflash. We had them at 4 for 40, but we lost our way between the 20 and 30 over mark. We needed to find a few overs from someone in the last 10, so he brought on the wicketkeeper, Jack Jago, who took the gloves off and had a bowl. The chaos decision, I call that. It works sometimes. He took the crucial wicket of Nitesh Patel, who was there on 86. He took that.
Wow.
And then gave him a shot. They needed 12 off 12 to finish. Picking up the wicket of the first ball of the second last over, they needed 3 off the final over. And this is the sort of report, viewers, that I love getting. If you want to share how it actually went, we can read the stats and stuff, but this is what it's all about. So thank you to Will for this report. Jack Jago, the wicketkeeper, bowled the last over. It went .1. And then a run out to steal the win.
Wow.
So that's a great game there. Thanks, Will, for that report. I think that's better than individual scores there. Jack Jago getting the bowling award for Glen Forest last week.
Yeah, no, well done. Well done. I'm glad to hear he took his gloves off before he bowled, because that would have been illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't bowl with your glove on as a keeper. But no, well done.
Is that a rule?
Yeah.
That's, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, like Knowlesy said, if you've got a little bit of a match report, shoot it through. It makes it more human, doesn't it, when you can actually talk about what happened at certain times of the game. So that's fantastic effort. But don't forget, guys, also keep up to date on the Player HQ.
Yeah, do that too, please.
We need that. Okay, next game was Carlisle versus Mount Lawley.
I'll take this one because it was a broadcast game. Carlisle 123 off 37. They took out the victory. It was Mount Lawley Inglewood all out for 120 in the end off 37. It was a big effort there. I've got to start by thanking EJ, otherwise known as Ethan Philpott.
Yeah.
There are good nicknames and there are bad nicknames. His dad's called the Big Flop or Big Flop. Ethan, I said, what's your nickname? He said, they call me Little Flop. And I said, I can't call you that. So EJ did a great job there. So did Fletcher Page, who held his bat all the way through, 36 off 106 balls. Fletcher there, just the rock that they built the innings around.
Fantastic.
Shakti Singh with 13 off 11 at 8. 29 sundries, unfortunately, was the second top score. There's David, as I mentioned, none for 4, but at least it was a 4-ball duck, not 1. While Asan Shazad with 3 for 16 off 8, while Phil Veach 2 for 11 and Nick Wyburn Cobb 2 for 14 there. And in reply, Mount Lawley Inglewood, it was Aaron Sharp 21 off 39, Matul Panchel with 14 off 29 at 5, while the skipper Luca Johnson 13 off 17, Phil Veach 13 off 15, and this is their favourite number because Nick Wyburn Cobb 13 off 17, while Brett Cadd 2 for 23, Des David, not to be outdone, he got 2 for 20, and so too did Ethan Hydemarsh, and JT, who gave us a shout out there, took 2 for 17.
Oh, fantastic game.
Yep. Midland Tucker's back.
Yeah, Tucker's back. So Midland versus Forestfield. Midland batted first. Is that right? Midland batted first. Made 126.
Yep. Midland batted.
Okay. And then so Midland batted first and made 217, against Forestfield.
Hang on, let me wind you up.
Yeah,
I know it's past your bedtime.
Tucker 94, batting at 3.
Yeah.
Brad Saunders chipped in 25 at 5. Bowling, Sibin Matthew took 2 for 34. Bitson Baby 2 for 47. And Praveen Raghis 2 for 50 for Forestfield. And then in reply, Forestfield all out for 126. Nadine Everest 38, batting at 4. Varun Manjuran, 24. Batting at 3. Here we go. This will be interesting.
Abubakar Siddiq,
took 4 for 16 off his 5 overs, and that man again, Dylan Tucker, he's back, 3 for 14 off 5. So a good easy victory there in the end for Midland.
Sounds a lot 94 for Dylan, but I've seen him hit nearly 300 against my team one day.
Yeah, I think
as an individual.
He says batting at 3, but not sure how many balls that might not have been off too many.
No, there is no detail.
Depending on what mood Dylan was in on the day, so yeah, can hit a ball, the young lad. So.
All right, 35 sundries in that knock for Midland, so a bit of work to do for the bowlers in all grades, really, about finding their line. Yep. Yokine Pilbara taking on Coolbinia West Perth. Coolbinia batted first, set the target of 153 after being rolled with just a few balls spare. But they were able to do a Yokine Pilbara up over your head there, featuring in the match of the week this week between Glen Forest. They put on 119 off 26. Nathan Hearns with, he batted at number 6, and Russ Normoyle batting at number 9, both with 34 there, while Yogesh Singh taking 6 for 22 off 8, setting it up, while Abi Jaddo, now I've got your tongue tied. Abi Jada, sorry Abi, 23, and both openers fired LB, must have been close to knock-off time. No bowling information there. As I mentioned, Glen Forest versus Yokine, the match of the round this week. That's who will be up there for. Although I also think Coolbinia West Perth Carlisle will be a close one. That is second versus third, while Brabham will have an opportunity to show what they're made of up against Midland. And Mount Lawley Inglewood also with an opportunity at Hamer Park to get one up over Forestfield.
Yeah, it's an interesting round of fixtures there. We're not going to tip from here on, are we?
No, mate.
It's too hard.
And we that's why we're not doing ladders as well. It's early in the season. We don't know who's
no form to go on. So, see grade one day.
Right, Coolbinia West Perth 114 off their 31, but that was in reply to Hawks Punjabi 187 off 39. Hawks Punjabi, it was DS Nagra with 57 off 54, and Balkeet Singh 44 off 50 opening it up, while John Isaac took 3 for 26. And the first of what were many fill-in names I spotted from this point forward, whoever fill-in was there, he took 3 for 36 off 6. Coolbinia West Perth, Cam Lee 32 off 69, Grant Carslake 15 off 25. Went to a school with a Jane Carslake. It's not a surname you hear too often.
No, not often.
He had 15 off 25 at 9 there, while Coolbinia West Perth were a team all called Phil. Must have been confusing in the field.
Must have been.
Yours, Phil.
I'm in.
Caught Phil, bold Phil.
Yeah.
But look, as we mentioned, Perth Swan giving you another week or so's grace, but really get that sorted, guys. Next match, mate.
You didn't want to do any bowling figures from that one, buddy? No, we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to go Middle Swan.
I'm mindful that it's an hour in and we've still got 7 grades to go.
7 for 298 versus City Beach Green Range 8 for 80. Obviously didn't have a full side and didn't bat their time. There's no match information loaded, so we'll move on now to...
That was unfortunate. So, and this is about the clubs. That is my club. That's why I left it for you, so I don't cop it twice. I've already given Matt Lolly a cheek. But reality is, you can tell me on a Saturday night after a tough day where we've lost the referendum and might be a few beers deep, or you can actually post on the page, or you can update the details in Play HQ.
Imagine doing that.
Imagine doing
HQ.
that.
Yeah.
In the third match, Caversham, this one really coming down to the wire. They got the win 6 for 168. It took them 34 and a half overs to get there, chasing University 164 for 8.
Great game.
Yeah, Dave Russell. There were a number of really close games, as much as we've seen a few disproportional games.
Yeah, that's been some real good ones.
There have been some good ones as well. Dan Foster sharing the love for you there, Wiz.
Hey, buddy.
Dave Russell with 60 off 102 balls at number 2, and Chris Evans with 24 off 36 at 4. The best of the batsmen there for University, while Ginton Detroit with 2 for 21 off his 7.
That's good going.
Some old names there for Caversham with the bat, mate.
Oh, yeah, Wayne Southern. South 78, batting at 4. Still got it. Pretty good effort.
Well, he tells us he got it. He proved it this time.
He will tell you. If you ask him, he'll tell you. Cliff Loveridge, 43, batting at 3. This is Mike
Ash.
One of our lovely sponsors. 5 not out, batting at 8. Captain Mitch Russell for the University took 2 for 27 off his 8, and Liam van der Mosel took 2 for 19 off his 5.
And in the final C-grade match, it was Ferndale-Linwood, 9 for 213. But Scarborough again in another close one here. That was a compulsory closure.
Yeah.
And with just 2 balls remaining, Scarborough chased down the 213, 6 for 215. Ferndale-Linwood winning the toss there, going into bat. There's no info for the batting side for Ferndale, so we can tell you Ruben Kopek took 3 for 43, and 3 players all getting 2. Chris Murphy for 22 runs, Tom Grayling for 35, and Xander van der Westhuizen for 28 there. And in the batting stakes for Scarborough, Chris Murphy, well, backed it up with captain's knock there. 46 at 4, Hendrik Mallon, 39 at 5, and Jeff Lang, name familiar to a number of people across Swanlinda, and he played for Morley as well, and I think he's played elsewhere, but Jeff Lang with 38. 32 extras, no bowling info, so this week, Hawks Punjabi taking on University. I'll get your tips here. Actually, we said no more tips. All right, we'll tag team. Hawks Punjabi versus University.
So we got Scarborough Sharks versus Corbinian West Perth.
While Caversham take on the mighty Middle Swan.
And City Beach Ferndale travel to City Beach for the last game of the round. So that's C grade complete. More close games here in D grade. So we've got Ross Royne batted first at 195, innings complete. Good effort from the top order. Trivedi, 27 off 71, batting at 1. Harsh Patel made 49 off 56. Pickback Patel, 46 off 59. The best bowling for Ballsbrook was Rory Crosby with 3 for 37. And in reply, Ballsbrook fell just short, all out for 183 off their 37, which is a pretty good effort. Yeah. So Ryan Twist with 55 off 25, which is pretty good going. That was at 4. He hit
9 fours and 2
sixes. Good effort. Yeah.
Brandon Girardi.
I
I had cheats note there. Jura, 51. That says off 662 balls, but it wasn't that slow. It was just 62. I have to talk to the stats person about dropping extra numbers in there. 22 extras in the Bullsbrook innings. Vikram Apti with 4 for 17 off 8, and Dipak Patel with 3 for 46 off 7 as well.
So he's had a good game.
Yeah,
nice tight one.
45 and 3.
Yeah,
take that.
Yeah, any day you would. Then we go to one that's not quite so close. SKLP, 10 for 239. Belmont all out for 109. So, big margin. We've got Phil in, May 24, batted at 2. I think he's related to Phil in from Scarborough.
Yeah.
Craig Peacock, 16 at 5, and Roy Botwright, 14 at 7, with Mahal Halal getting 3 for 7 off his 3. And there we go. Gopai
Milankuma.
There we go. 2 for 21 off 8.
Well, Rahul Patel, that is Patel as opposed to Patel. He's the vice captain there. He got 56 off one ball at number 1. Dhruv Gopal with 54 at 2. So a great opening partnership there. Saw them at 1 for 101 in a one-day match. That's always the sort of start you'd like, isn't it?
That's it.
While Mihal Halai taking 35 at number 5 there. M. Brown 5 for 41 off his 8. Good knock there. And Phil chipping in with another 3. I'm not sure if it was Phil the brother, Phil the cousin, or Phil the uncle, but Phil jumping in there. Next game,
Dianella versus Ellenbrook. This one was a good game too. So Dianella batted first and made 8 for 156. Phil made 54 off 68, batting at 3.
I reckon we disregard all the Phils from now on.
Srijan, I'm not going to get this one right. Diveretti.
Yeah.
3 for 33 off 66, batting at 4. There was 21 extras. Joel Wendon took 4 for 29 off his 5 overs, and Leon Carmen got 2 for 19 from his 8, which is very economical. And in reply, Ellenbrook.
Yeah, Sean Saunders doing it well there. He's the captain. He's an experienced campaigner. He had 46 off 53, and I imagine Bailey must be his son. Yes. With 26 off 32 at 3. So number 3 and 4 there, the Bailey family having a good day out. Blair Parker with 37 not out off 70 at 5 for Ellenbrook as well, while Scotty Townsend, the best of the bowlers for Dianella, 3 for 15 off 8. Good spell there. Scott?
Yep. So Ellenbrook, just say, I'm not sure we mentioned it. We mentioned Dianella batting first. Ellenbrook got up by 1 run, 6 for 157 in 38 overs. So great game, well done. Moving on to Glen Forest.
Oh, well, hang on. In my defence, you just laid that on me. You started up there.
Yeah, I know.
I took over there.
Yeah, I know.
Been married long enough to know when I'm getting in trouble for doing things.
You're not getting in trouble.
Oh, sorry. I must be used to getting in trouble.
Glen Forest
Guilty conscience.
versus Darlington.
Yeah, look. Glen Forest here, 103 off 34 overs there. They hung around for a while, but Darlington, with the standalone D grade they've got there, 138 off 34. So obviously they batted first, or chased that down, sorry.
No, Darlington batted first and Glen Forest.
Glen Forest bowled.
Yeah, so.
I need to put my glasses on.
Right. Shane Wilkin, he got 35, batting at 7. He's gone back to Darlington. He was at Molina Valley last year. So Jared Quinn, 26, batting at 5. And Alan Pereira, evergreen Alan Pereira, still going, 26, batting at 8.
Talking of ever young, Ray Wheeler, 4 for 23 off 8. And Aaron Wilson, 3 for 26 off his 8 for Molina Valley there. In Glen Forest, for Glen Forest, I should have said there, those two bowlers. While in the batting stake, Sean Kemba with 32 off 49, 17 extras, 2 players on 13. Jared Quinn, the best of the bowlers, 4 for 10. And Lovepreet Coker, 2 for 18 off 7. This week's matches, Southern Rossmoyne taking on Ellenbrook. SKLP at Maguire 2 taking on Glen Forest. Belmont at Pete Park taking on Darlington. That one there I think is going to be a good match. Because both sides really just trying to find their form at the moment, I think. Belmont at home if I am going to tip that one. Sorry, Kane and all the Darlington boys. And Dianella taking on Bullsbrook in the final match.
That should be a pretty close game as well.
Bullsbrook in some good form here, so
doing all right.
Good to see them. All right, let's get into the E grade one day.
Dianella versus
Southern Central.
So this is the new side.
This is the new team,
new club to the competition.
Welcome,
yep. So the Southern Districts bowled first.
Yep.
And Dianella were all out for 81. Shane Watson top for Dianella with 14, batting at 6. There were 20 extras. Pardeep Kosa, 4 for 10 off 4, and Draga and Douala both got 2, and there was no information for the other innings, unfortunately. But yes, Southern Central getting a win.
Getting a win in their first game of the competition.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Always nice to
get
with a win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maylands, 9 for 202. That was all declared compulsory closure. Able to roll Carlisle, 9 for 138. Batting first, Maylands, it was Harsh Demore with 59 or 62. Jay Patel, 43. John Tomlinson taking 2 for 30 off his 8, while Dennis Kirchner took 2 for 36 off his 8. And in that game there, I just want to point out 37 extras. When it gets down to it, extras, I think, have cost and have given some teams victories.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I mentioned at the top of the show, Weasel, you're an umpire. You mentioned one days for all the viewers out there, because we've seen some going down leg that haven't been called wides. And where's the markings and what's the rule? Question without notice.
Okay, so in the top grades, anything down leg side is a no ball.
By the top grade, you're talking to?
First grade, A grade,
okay,
and
in both formats,
grade in one-day cricket.
Okay.
All right, so anything down leg side, there's a little bit of leniency given on the lower grades, but there's still a line there, and if the ball's outside that line, it's going to get called. So get them over, boys. There's no excuse for it. There's that much room to bowl. So
I caught a fish big once.
Yeah, no, it is hard, but you just gotta get them online, and a lot of extras on the weekend.
All right. Well, no extras required. Matt Gray with 29 or 65 there, and always reliable. I went down to his tribute match a couple of years ago there. Duncan Rickard, 28 or 24. While Navneet Ramani, the skipper there for Maylands, taking 4 for 35 off 6, and Jay and Mayur Patel both with 2 each.
Good effort. Yeah. Okay, so the next game was another close one. On the tallies anyway. So Midland batted first and made a pretty competitive score of 178.
Yep.
Owen Morris 36, batting at 6. Nathan Russell got 34. Was run out with 56 runs was Selvia Singh. So not out, number 11.
Well, see, what's
happened here?
I thought you said you read your notes. He came in, he's listed in the team sheet on my Play HQ at number 11. But he was the 4th dismissal out. So I don't think he actually came in, which is why we had the rider at the beginning to say that some things might not be true. Might not be true. Yeah. So our researcher pointed that out.
And then Inder Singh, 3 for 26, and Av Kumar, 2 for 45. Brabham batting, and Nizam was 41, batting at 3.
Randawa.
Randawa, 35, not out at 4, and Chimay Vadaya, 32, not out at 5. No bowling info from Midland, unfortunately.
I ran into an old Midland boy at the shops. Vlad still getting around.
Yeah, Vlad, he loves his cricket.
He does.
That's a crack.
All right, Mundaring in the final game of the E-grade competition. Now, this is interesting here because we had a minimum overs issue coming on, and that'll be pertinent in a moment if we haven't gone past it already. I don't think we have. Helena Valley won the toss and elected to bat, and they set the target of 61 for victory. However, Mundaring obviously chased that down because they were 1 for 127 off 20 overs, getting the mandatory 20 overs in there. 5 fill-ins were listed in the side here. Fill-in number 3 made 27 not out off 27 at 7, and just 3 sundries. So going well there. While Matt Elford 4 for 23 off 7, Josh Gow 3 for 12, and Zach Taylor with a pair to his name.
And in reply, Ryan Waters at 66, batting at 2. Corey Fernandez was 23, not out, opening the batting. And I think the SO2, so is that the sole wicket? Or,
shout out.
Oh, shout out to Mickey Kukure. Hi, Mick.
Well, he's come back and he's helping Helena Valley out. He was one of those guys who thought, I might just step back and enjoy life now. But he's come back in and helping the club out there.
I've known Michael since he was, I think, about 11, and he's a champion, absolute champion. Loves the club, do anything for the club. You boys at the Valley, get behind him, come on. Get back up there. And the other wicket taker was Julian McCulley with 1 for 14 off 3. So better luck this week. We've got SCD versus Maylands.
Yep.
Where's SCD? That's Southern Central. So I'm not sure where they're
Honeywood down in Anketel. They are the most southern of our teams. Okay. They share that with Southern Rossmoyne down at Honeywood Primary School.
Okay, so take your packed lunch. Leave early, guys. Helena Valley versus Midland. I think that's probably at Boyer Oval. And we've got Dinella versus Bradman. I'm not sure where that one will be. Will that be at
I'm
Lightning?
Pretty sure that's... No, that's...
Light Street?
Probably Light 2.
Yep, and then Carlisle versus Mundaring.
Yep. All right, as we said, no tips. What we will do, though, is say a big thank you and give you the best tip we can possibly give you. And that is, do you like how I segued that?
That's nice.
Without practice, too.
You're getting good at this.
I know. I've learned to say I know, too, when people give me a compliment. But look, thanks to ID Athletic for their support and our apparel, and let ID Athletic help you and your club build your identity through their great range of merchandise and also sporting, casual, training gear. Whatever sport you're into, ID Athletic can help hook you up. While Vision Decor can not only hook you up, but they can bring down the shade on you in this summer's heat. Talk to Vision Decor about all their range of curtains, blinds, awnings, and hybrid vinyl floorings, as well as our good friends. We don't mention them too often, but we still love them. Ashby Farrell White Arch for all your real estate needs. I'm not on that market. I don't own many houses.
No.
But if you are on that property ladder and you want someone to look after your properties, then talk to Ashby Farrell White Arch. And if you want something big built, Josh Storky of Forestfield and Barner Constructions. Want something big built? Build it with Barner Construction.
That's it.
All right. 4 grades to go. I'm bad at math.
We've got
4 to go.
F grade, 1 day, Western Wolves versus Yokine. So
low scoring match this one. Yeah. I'll take this one for you,
mate. That's confusing.
Western Wolves 3 for 77, and I had a question, and that's why I paused about this one, because Yokine Pilbara made all out 75 off their opening 26 overs. That's all they could muster. They were sent in to bat by Western Wolves. Western Wolves made 3 for 77 off 15. Now, we've seen in other games, and I've put a question here for the association. You don't necessarily have to answer it, but the question that wasn't in the rumour mill is, can you just play 15? Because that's what happened there.
You're supposed to play to 20. They're the rules.
See what the consequences are for that. Keep your eyes out, viewers.
Unless both captains agreed not to, which probably shouldn't have. I'm not sure if there was an umpire at the game, but yeah, the idea is to play the 20 overs, get some dollar, get some game for your buck.
Yeah.
No one wants to go home after 12 overs and throw the ball to someone else and doesn't normally get
because
a goal.
Because it then holds you in trouble as well. You've got to get home that time every week, and that's just not sustainable.
Exactly. But you just stick to the rules, everybody. Yeah.
All right, Sandeep Patel, he took 3 for 20 off 7. Lucas Corbett 2 for 7 off 7. Fill in with 18, and Pavar Rewaka with 12 at number 8 there. And in reply, Joy Deep Sen 17 at number 1. Tamoy Mandai 14 at 3, and Dan Murphy. He'd be a good mate to have in your team, wouldn't he?
Well, he is a sponsor, wouldn't he?
Daniel Murphy in there he's the skipper, so he'd be making sure you get some good deals as well. 13 not out at 4, no info for the bowlers from Yokine Pilbara.
And then the next game was Ascot versus Caversham. Ascot batted first, made 7 for 162. James Delaney, 76 off 102, batting at number 1. Dan Hansen got 12 off 20 at 6. They were helped by 35 extras, 31 wides, 2 no balls and a couple of byes. Massaja Singh.
Been to the Nolte School of Bowling.
Looks like it. 2 for 19 off 6, 4 bowlers with a wicket each. And in reply, Caversham were all out for 116. You got Kush Sharma, 26 off 32. Indrapal Sandhu got 20 off 48, batting at 3. And there were you got Marco, Hall, Searle, and fill in number 2, all with 2 wickets each. So well done.
You figured out the shorthand there.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Better than FI than another F now. That could have been worse. Look, this match was an interesting one on a number of levels. It was Swanview versus Les Mazenod. Swanview won the toss, elected to bat, and set a target of 246 for 5. Josh Middleton, young generation coming through here, he smashed 115 off 119 balls. That's a great start there.
That's not out, opening the batting.
Yeah, not out. 16 fours, no sixes there. But the story, and we'll talk about him in just a moment, Alan Anthony, 81 off 90 at 3. For the bowlers, Chris Johnson, 2 for 42 off 8. Joey Lee now, I knew I'd seen his name there. In his 500th, thank you for the reminder, 1 for 32, proving he still can do it because he took a catch as well. Well done, Joey.
Yeah, well done, old mate.
And for Les Mazenod, it was James Thomasell with 26 off 40 opening up. Josh Warden in there, he's Neil's boy, 26 off 20, 25 off 23 at number 6. Paul Coulthard still going round.
The old gully, we used to call him Gully in the day. Good on your gulls.
23 off 38 at number 2. 24 extras. Now, I mentioned him before, Alan Anthony, 81 off 90 at number 3. Also took 4 for 2 off 3 overs. Now, I'll stop there because this kid, I saw on the socials for Swanview, Alan Anthony has just turned 14. He was playing his first senior game of cricket down there in F grade. He made 81 in his senior debut, took 4 wickets, backed it up on Sunday in the under-15s, if you don't mind, with a 87 and another 2 for nothing.
Kid had a good weekend.
So all you viewers out there, don't be fooled by Alan Anthony. He might look like a kid, but I reckon he's got some form there, and one to keep an eye on.
Great effort. Yeah.
Fantastic effort. All right.
Just quickly, there was a couple of the bowlers. Will Nash with 2 for 10, and Jaden Garlick got 2 for 21 for Swanview.
Jaden Garlick didn't know I was going to leave him out there. Thanks for dubbing me in, Weez. Talk about throwing a bloke under a bus. Anyway, look, it was 9 for 210. Mount Lawley Inglewood batting first. Not a bad knock there. Tom Watson, 73 at 1. Seth Green, 35 at 4. And Ben Perella, 25 not out down there at number 8. No bowling info for SKLP, who went into bat and just made 161. Weasel, the batsman there.
Yeah,
now I'm getting my payback here.
Rajesh Patel, 36, batting at 2. Rayesh Vatsani, 25, batting at 8. There were 41 extras, 33 wides.
Now, imagine, you add that and you just go, but what time did these games finish?
I don't reckon they finished in the time allotted. I'd be very surprised. Ben Davidson, he took 3 for 45 off his 8 overs. Not sure how many of those wides belong to him. I'm not sure.
I did dob some in.
Bashkarat Khan and Muhammad Ali got 2 each. So not that Muhammad Ali, not sting like a butterfly and float like a bee.
I think like a rock and float like one too.
This week's games, we've got Yokine
Pilbara up against Swanview. Western Wolves taking on SKLP. I've shortened them all here, so I'll help you out, please. There's Moody Mazenod at home v Caversham, while Ascot will have the pleasure of the company of Mount Lawley Inglewood for their F-grade match this week.
And into G grade. So
way to go.
1 day grade again. So Ellenbrook versus Brabham. Brabham batted first and made 152, batted for 36 overs. Harpreet Singh got 32 off 48, batting at 5. Salman Gelman got 26 off 15, batting at 8. And Ridman Joshi got 22 off 54. He opened the batting. 22 extras in that innings. Govinda Singh, Quinton, that is, yeah. Okay. Shoaib Rafiq and Ty Hannington both got a couple of wickets each. Yeah. And in reply, Ellenbrook.
It was Hayden Jeffrey with 30 off 55 at the tail there, and Govinda Singh 19 off 58, batting at number 9 and 10 respectively, to make the score look somewhat more respectable. Yeah. While private player, and I'm not sure what the difference between private player and fill-in is.
So private players registered, but somehow they've managed to hide their name. Don't know why, but they are legally registered. It's just the way it comes up on Player HQ. There's a lot of it in football season as well. Through Player HQ, but yeah, well done, private player, 4 for 15.
Sounds like a song.
Yeah.
Tina Turner, shout out. And Inderveer Singh with 3 for 14 off his 7. Next match.
Low scoring affair.
Yeah.
So Caddy batting first, all out for 68 versus University. 15 Sundays was the top score. 13 not out by Dilrar Manda, batting at 9. Fred Cork took 3 for 14 off 5, and Captain Adam Kovalevs and Rob Smith got 2 each. Reply University batted for the mandatory 20 overs and made 4 for 82. Anthony Lunt, 34 not out, 34 and out, batting at 1, and Ben Manifold 14, batting at 3. No bowler information available. Next one.
This is not a recording.
This is big.
This is a big game here. Yeah. Look, Dianella batted first. Always a little bit imposing when you go out and you let an opposition make 8 for 326. But now I'm feeling set up here. So Barakan Maheshwaran, 100 off 57. At number 7, 5866 is not a bad knock there by Sabarakan. 55 extras in this inning. So Forestfield by no stretch of the imagination helping themselves here. 36 wides, 10 no balls. Jamil Fazil. That's one of the best names I've seen in the season so far. 54 off 66, while Shane Barris with 49 and Mark Sim with 5 for 60 off 8, reflecting that it was a tough day out there for the bowlers.
And I think the only saving grace of this game not going overtime with all those extras, but Forestfield unfortunately only batted for 19 overs. Must have been one short. They were 9 for 80. Sam Bates 17 off 15, batting at 2, and Colin Alexander got 15 off 24, batting at 4. Sahid Mid 4 for 33 off 8, and there were 7 catches in the field, which is a pretty good effort from Dianella in the field. So
I reckon we get Dianella out to run the Australian training.
Yeah, let's not talk about them. Although they did improve last night.
Well, it's hard not to when you're that bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, long season ahead for the Australian. All right, Bayswater. They had to chase down Scarborough Sharks, who set them a target of 226 off their 40 from 2 for 13 to 3 for 123, and then from 4 for 139 to 5 for 215 is not here by Scarborough. So they've set themselves up well here. Frank Anderson with 100, knocking up a ton at number 4. I think that's only the second ton I've seen in the stats so far, viewers, if you remember that. Joel Norman, 51 as well, and no Bayswater Postals info to speak of.
Wayne Fredericks in reply for Bayswater. Batting at 2, got 40. Terry Duncan, the captain, 34, not out. Off 46, I'm not sure.
No, 46 sundries.
46 sundries. 44 of them were wide, so this game probably went for a fair while as well. Roger Smith got 2 for 19 off 8. And Nick Carolus, 2 for 33 off 7. So,
big shout out to Roger there. A tough day, as we mentioned, for Bayswater, but look, 2 for 13, you'd think you had a chance, and then to allow them to get to 225 for 5, that's a tough day.
Yeah, always going to be hard. Big partnership.
All right, matches this week in the G grade sees Brabham taking on Dianella, Bayswater taking on University, the Sharks, fins up every week, just behind me there, taking on Caversham, while Forestfield at home at Hartfield taking on Allenbrook. I say at Hartfield, just double check because I have a sneaking suspicion that one might actually be somewhere else.
Check your fixtures, get on play
Always,
HQ, make
always.
sure you know where you're going. H grade, 2 to go. SKLP versus Ferndale Linwood. In the football, they're Linwood Ferndale, and cricket, they're Ferndale Linwood. Gets a little bit confusing. Not a lot of information on this game, so SKLB made 6 for 252. Arun Mashaya, 112, batting at 5. Divyesh Vasani, 50, batting at 2, and Anish Harley, 42, not out at 7. No information, no bowling for the rest of the scorecard. So Linwood Ferndale were all out in 22 overs for 42.
Which is why I had to preface earlier when we saw Ascot with their bumpy beginning. I said they weren't alone. A few teams here just starting to find their rhythm. Lesmurdy Mazenod v Maylands. Well, Lesmurdy Mazenod couldn't find any rhythm because they couldn't find enough players. They forfeited, so default win there to Maylands.
It's a bit sad. It's tough early on to get players. Let's keep working at it. The clubs are working hard to try and fill their sides. Mount Lawley versus Carlisle. This was a pretty one-sided game. Mount Lawley batted first, hit 120. Dave Fairbrother hit 31, opening the batting. Fill-in player 23 was the other opener. There were 25 extras. The best bowling was fill-in, 4 for 7 off 8. Joeed Hafez and Darren Wright both got 2 wickets each. In reply, Carlisle 4 for 121 off 23 overs. Brad Higgins 63 off 43, batting at 2. It's 3 big zacks. Kate Ellis, he got 34 off 63, opening the batting, and the best of the bowlers was Cooper Veach with 2 for 7 off 2.
Not a bad effort there. Another close one, just a run in it really, although 6 wickets. Good effort by Carlisle in the lower grade. Coolbinia West Perth. Well, this is another one that came down close to the wire up against last year's H grade premiers, Middle Swan. Won the toss. They elected to bat, put 187 for 9 on the board. You'd think
you're going to win with that.
Good stock here. But Coolbinia West Perth battled away and 9 for 188, so getting up for a single run victory there with a couple of overs left to go. AJ Kang, the captain of Middle Swan, he had 25. Shukant Singh, Josh Cox and Juggy Justin Stevenson all on 23. 42 extras here, so Coolbinia West Perth helping Middle Swan there. 37 wides, 4 no balls and 1 leg by. Dylan Horrigan, a new player for Middle Swan, making a good start there. 14 not out at 9. Jackson Delamere, I should say. Sorry, Jackson. He took 3 for 23 off 5 for Coolbinia West Perth, and Angus Gow taking 3 for 30 off 7.
In reply, Amos Robinson, 52, batting at 2. He was out, hit wicket. So I'm not sure how that happened. Any stories from the club?
No. Well, no, he's a Coolbinia player. Didn't hear
nothing
anything
from the Middle Swan boys.
No.
Yeah, not sure how he's done that.
Unlucky, but
unlucky to
skill.
Get out, hit wicket.
Takes skill.
And Judd Deletty, he's the captain. He's at 42, not out, batting at 7. Best of the bowling was Lee Stewart with 3 for 33 off 8, and Horrigan with 2 for 37, and Kang 2 for 45.
Yep. So
next week's games: Maylands versus SKLP.
Yep. No tips here again because we've got some potential forfeits and we've had no form. So there's Murty Mazenod taking on Carlisle. Again, check your fixtures. I think that one's at Mazenod College.
Middle Swan versus Ferndale Linwood.
At Jack Mann.
Jack Mann, there we go.
That one.
And then Mount Lawley Inglewood versus Coolbinia West Perth. Not sure where that one would be. Would that be at
Wordsworth, maybe? Yeah. Maybe.
Check, once again, check Play HQ.
Always check your Play HQ.
And then the last grade. So this is a new grade. So as you said, the strength of the competition numbers are growing. Did have a couple of forfeits this round, but hopefully
just one in this grade.
Yeah, but throughout the fixture, a couple of forfeits. So hopefully that'll settle itself down and won't become something that's regular. But I grade, new comp. Welcome to it. So first game,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
if
go
you
for
like,
it, mate.
because I think I've got most of it here. SKLP. Well, they had to field first. So Western Wolves 6 for 232. Compulsory closure there, getting to their 40 overs. It was Hamad Musgood with 55 off 52. He's the skipper there. Well done to you, Hamad. Anuj Garg with 51 off 64 at number 3. Rahul, now I need to lean across. Vichara, 44, 38 extras here. And this one I had a little bit of a chuckle about. 23 wides, 2 no balls, but keeper having to have his job there. 10 leg buys. Best of the bowlers, the skipper there, Dansuk Gondaria with 2 for 9 off 8. That's a good spell there. And Valij Sengani 2 for 32 off his 8. Or Gondaria with 36 not out off 57. Sengani with 26. 36 extras. This is where the games and the tidy up and the leniency and it's getting dark, boys. Try and get them on the pitch.
There's 12 extra overs in that game.
I know, that's what I mean. That's
madness.
That's an hour.
Yep.
As good as an hour.
43 minutes, but yeah, it's too long.
I'm bad at that. Just a reminder, kids stay in school. And in the second match, it was a forfeit. Dianella not quite able to get enough to take on Bayswater Postal. So next match there, Weasel.
It'll be the City Beach Goats versus Ellenbrook. So City Beach batted first. They made 2 for 210. Great effort. David Jamison, 113 opening the batting. Anthony Fisher made 33. Also opening with Xavier Carr batting at 3, making 31. And Brendan Vines at 4, making 20 not out. Morn Hansen, 1 for 28 off his 8. And Matt Larkin, the vice captain, 1 for 39 off his 5, with the best bowlers for Ellenbrook. And in reply, Ellenbrook chased it down, 4 down for 217. Did that in 37 overs. Luke Redmond, 91 off 111. Well done, young fella. He batted at 2, hit 13 fours and 3 sixes. Steve Stavritis, 29 off 59, opening the batting. And with the bowling, Zach Quayum, Hart, Sheilas, and Thompson all got 1 wicket. So great game, really close game there. Only 6 wickets falling for 427 runs. Big day for the batsman.
Yes, well, that's, perfect conditions down at City Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Glorious day last Saturday. Ocean breeze coming in.
Breeze, beautiful.
Lovely. And in the second last match of our coverage, we're almost there. Glen Forest taking the victory over Coolbinia West Perth, 7 for 128 compared to Coolbinia West Perth all out for 108. LB Dennis, the best of the listed batsmen, with 20. Ivan Denny's and Brett Sumpton both with 10s to their name. Got to mention the three Phelans in this team. It's always nice when you see families playing together.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Jesse and Blake Phelan, and I believe that's Dad Brian. Jesse was 6, so he gets the bragging rights this week. Blake with 5 and Dad not batting. 34 extras, 29 wides, 3 fill-in wickets. Tom Condello with 1 for 16 and Scott Bretland chipping in with 14 off 2 for the batsman there. 14 runs.
14 runs off 2, yeah. And then Tom Condello, 18, batting got 5. Fill-in got 24 at 3. Paul Russell, captain, 3 for 14 off 8. LB Denny's and Xavier Seeley both got 2 wickets. Last game of the round was Swanview versus Yokine Pilbara. Swanview electing to bowl first, so Yokine hit 149 all out in the 38th over. Daryl Vosey hit 51 opening the batting. There were 36 extras in this game. 15 wides and 5 no balls, so there's an extra near on 4 overs for scoring.
And 11 buys.
And 11 buys. Keeper didn't have a great one. Blade Brown, 4 for 26 off his 8. And there was, with 1 wicket.
Four bowlers all with 1 and they were in the 20s, including the older statesman Neville Tibbs.
Still getting around. And then...
batsman, just the one standout there for Swansea, mate.
Yeah, 30 runs off 38. That was Jason Geimer.
Yeah.
No bowling information provided, unfortunately, from Yokine. So this week's games, we've got Coolbinia West Perth versus Dinella.
Yep.
SKLB versus
Yokine Pilbara.
Then we got CB. So we got
City Beach. I'm trying to see.
Goats,
I'm trying to see the wheels turn
versus
from
Glen
this side.
Forest.
That's pulling me off. The wheels going round so fast.
Thanks, mate. Ellenbrook versus the Wolves, Western Wolves, and Swanview versus
Bayswater
Postal. So there we go. That's the end of our stats for.
That is about all the grades we do. I think what we're going to try and do, mindful of time and mindful of my beautiful wife and no doubt yours as well, either we start at 6:30 or we just summarise the best of each grade rather than by games. Because that'll be up to you, because I know plenty of you say you watch it, and a big thank you to everyone who does, but...
Maybe we should run a poll. Do we start at 6:30 in this current format, or do we start at 7 and shrink it?
We'll see.
So we let the listeners have a say, or
we'll seek their guidance, but like the referendum, it may not be binding.
The referendum was binding, unfortunately.
Let's not talk about that. Sorry, I brought it up. No, what am I doing? All right, look, final page. We've got to get through a few thank yous. First of all, thanks to you, Weasel.
No worries, mate. Pleasure.
A bit tougher than footy when you've got 16 pages of notes to run through, isn't it?
Oh, it's not as bad as calling the wrong name in grand final day all day.
Who did that?
Me.
I wasn't going to mention that. Thanks to all you fabulous viewers that have joined us throughout the night, wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, or as it is here in Perth, good night. Thanks for joining us. Just a reminder, all games start at 12:30 during October. Please make sure with the influx of new umpires, first of all, that you respect them. Second of all, that you pay them by afternoon tea. I think you've got to be paid.
Correct.
Despite the weather, no excuses. You've been told, get the drinks out on the ground. Do not go into the change rooms, even after we brought that up last week. A few people saying that. Before we go, I can see Michael Turkic jumping in there. Good to have you with us, Turk. always a big family. They've been involved in the competition for as long as I've been here.
Fantastic. Yeah, 3 really good blokes. And Dad too.
And Dad.
Yeah, no, he's good support for the boys through their cricketing career.
All right, now just a final reminder, please get your data in. We mentioned about, I joked to the association, they said, how's everything going? I said, apart from the fact that I don't know who all these 478 fill-in blokes are, so please get your details registered there, get it up to date. A couple of events to remind you of this weekend. David Boone, our childhood idol.
Yeah.
Don't want to make Booney sound old, but he's been around. He's got plenty of stories. You can check him out at Carlisle tomorrow night, or Swan View on Saturday night. Check out their club pages for details about that. Where am I this weekend? I'm everywhere.
You're up at Glen Forest, mate. Glen Forest versus Yokai and Pilbara. So that should be an awesome game.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Should be a good game, as you said. If anyone wants to jump in the broadcast van, I am always happy to take help, whether you want to be a technician, a reporter. I mentioned Weasel, the clubs out there send in reports through thanks to the media contacts. Some clubs doing their socials better than others.
Yeah.
If you do get someone, I feel like I was doing a Ryan Vallelonga then, I was just shuffling my foot forward. If you have someone at your club...
That's his new nickname, Shuffles.
You might have hit it.
I think I've just won the prize. Shuffles.
Well, you're ineligible, but thanks for contributing. Yeah, whatever you'd like to do, there's an opportunity for you. Help us grow cricket, because if we get the help, as you said, mate, we can actually use the technology that we're looking to employ, have live scoreboards, sponsor recognition and all that. And speaking of recognition, I'm just going to do 2 little things here. Weasel, behind you.
Yep.
I didn't plan this. Behind you, can you grab that blue and white sign, please?
I can, mate.
Just for one moment, viewers.
I'm going to stand here with it like this.
Okay, in a couple of weeks' time, less than a month's time, a group of riders called Sporting Mates 2023 are doing the MS Ocean Ride on my behalf, and I'm actually shy enough to say, okay, you can put it down now. That is me, by the way. I'm not just nosy. I do have a real name. But a group of riders from lacrosse and football are jumping on the Deadly Treadleys, riding from Fremantle to Hillary's, and some taking a long detour at the top end there. Please jump on Sporting Mates. If you're a corporate sponsor, chuck us a few dollars. Everything is tax deductible. We appreciate your support. As we do the sponsors, Weasel,
yes,
our 2 main platinum sponsors, who are they again?
We've got ID Athletic.
Yeah.
Beautiful clothing. And we've got Vision Decor. So 2 fantastic companies got on board. Support them if you can, guys. Fantastic people with some really good product.
And they don't just support us, they both support the association and other sports across. We saw the Vision Decor 1-day grade competition there for the A grade.
Yeah.
If you'd like to sponsor not just us, but also awards for batting or bowling, we can basically make it a competition-wide competition, and we'll cherry pick who we think had the biggest impact with the bat and ball each week, and let your company be out there. But thanks to ID Athletic and Vision Decor for their continued support. And that's about it, Weasel. I think we're setting a new record here, 1 hour 50.
Wow.
I know. No wonder we're warm. The carbon dioxide in this room has gone up significantly. But on the good side, while we've sweated discreetly here, we've also lost a couple of kilos.
That's it. A good sauna.
This ID Athletic stuff looks even better now. All right, viewers, as Weasel said, I'm at Glen Forest on Saturday, 12:30. Till then, wherever you are, take care, stay safe on behalf of you, Weasel, and all those who have joined us. I am Noel Knowlesy Johnston, signing off for tonight, and until next Saturday, wherever you are, take care, stay safe. Be nice to yourself. But remember, be nice to those around you too. All right, guys. Bye for now.